Tonight on In the Crease, we have two great series lined up here. Double feature. Start things off, we have the Simps against Wash. The Simps, the best team ever drafted in 239 history. Also the #1 ranked team on Jim Flanagan's power rankings. Going up against this man, Hergzy, the captain of Wash, who has his team off to a good start here in season 17. And they're going to need a big night from this man, Mashad Pa. Ever since they acquired him, the Wash team has done a phenomenal job here this season. But besides that, this man will need to step it up, and that's Bills. Bills 39, off to a rocky start here. Not a good sign here, not a great save percentage. And if that continues, it's going to be a long night for Wash. Because on the other end, they're facing off against Floyd, the captain, also the points leader, also the goals leader here this season. Look for him to try to have a big night tonight. And in net, the guy that's holding it down for this Sims team, and that's the line. Phenomenal start here, and just tremendous as always. In the other series, you got Orange Sauce against Crosby Niels for Malkin, and this man, Flaming Dragon, the first-time captain here in 239 hockey, has been doing a phenomenal job. Great start, and he's going to look to continue that tonight. And just acquired Dominator Silva as well as Adrenaline in that trade over the holidays. Will either of these players play a factor here tonight in this series? On the other end, you have the captain, Pale Poner, who's having the season of his life here. Tremendous numbers on the stats, on points, on the goals, on the assists here. He's doing it all. And to help him out in net, you have Legion, probably the best comeback player of the year here thus far. Tremendous in net here, and has shocked a lot of people here in season 17. And also, you got the most feared defenseman in 239 hockey in Mr. Anderson. And that all goes down tonight.
What is up, everybody? Johnny, Hollywood. It's a new week, and we are now competing for the longest show on 239. How do you guys feel?
That's right. In the Crease live tonight, Monday night. We're coming off the holidays, Thanksgiving. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. But now it's down to hockey, man. Down to getting the season going, season 17 here. We're in week number 5 here, fellas. You know, this week and then one more week after this one. And we got new graphics here. We got the stats, we got the leaderboards, we got, you know, your screens here, multiple games going on at once, the whole deal here. It don't get any better than this, you know. Forget Red Zone, forget NFL Game Pass, whatever. 239 right here, live stream, multiple games going on at once. You know, if you like hockey, if you like a nonstop action, this is the place right here.
Well, you messaged me earlier, Blam, and you said you had a present for me. Like you were going to give me an early Christmas present this year. I want to know what is this early Christmas present you got for me?
Listen, I told you guys there's going to be a special guest tonight on In the Crease. And when Mr. Hollywood says something, he delivers. So I went to the blood, man. I went to the roots back in the day. And I brought you guys the man, you know, the legend on here of media on the face of the planet. You know, you guys want electricity. You guys want entertainment. You're gonna get it tonight. I'm talking about one, the only Giant 918 in the studio here in the booth, commentating with us on these games.
My man Giant. Woo!
Yo, Giant! Welcome to the show, man.
Welcome back to the boys, man. This guy's
Is
a
Giant
legend.
there?
We're gonna have him. We're gonna have him here momentarily. The games are about to start too. With there's I think there's a delay in some of the games on here to get them started. But we're gonna go through a lot of stuff. There's different transactions that went down, a couple trades during the holidays. We'll get to those as well. Tonight you're getting the Orange Sus playing against Crosby and Niels for Malkin. Should be a great series there between both teams. Crosby's been on fire. They've been playing pretty good hockey on there. They're going up against an Orange Sus team who's done the opposite. They started off well, but have taken a fall. They lost to Yambak's team last week, so I know they're looking to rebound here tonight. Will they? We'll see. Time will tell here tonight. That should be a great series. And then the other one as well, you got the Simps, the best team drafted in 239 history. They're number one on my power rankings, and they're going up against a very good, talented Wash team that has changed a lot. They've done trades, they swapped guys out and stuff, and it's a very good squad. Both these series should be good here tonight. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of great games tonight. I was very excited, especially to see what happens in the Orange Sus. I mean, can they bounce back from getting destroyed by Yambak's team? I mean, that was one of the biggest upsets we had so far this season.
Yeah, by far, man. I mean, that came unexpected. Without Yambak wasn't even there. Without Yam. And we'll see if they could get that momentum going. That's for Daly's Wet Noodles. But tonight, it's about redemption, rebound here. We'll see if that happens as the Washed versus the Simps series is underway.
Yeah, so I will be actually probably be in and out between periods and between games because the coach gave the right tap on the right arm, and he's bringing in the Shadow or Marine Mike for the goalie.
Wow. That's crazy. So, yeah, that series still waiting to start. That's interesting to see. And you know what? Pale did a lot of trades here, man, this season. It's a team, there have been a lot of teams that have been involved in trades. That's one of them. So, hopefully they get the six to field here for tonight. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I kind of feel like the Twilight or what is it, the Outer Limits. Do not adjust your TV, people. This is not an error you're seeing. Yes, you're seeing Marine Mike and Net tonight for Orange Sus.
Yeah, and
I think Giant's trying to talk.
Well, we're trying to get it sorted. This first time on here, and some audio issues. I can't get him to.
He has the video chat up right now.
It's crazy.
I don't think he can hear us because I can't hear him. I see a video.
Video's working, but the audio, yeah. So we'll try to get him in here. He's eventually going to get in. He says he could hear us, so he hears the shows. He sees the shows on Twitch. So just an audio technicality there. As I speak, we got a goal here, man. We got, what was that, Washed on the board first? Yeah. Looks like it's the captain, Hergsy, with the goal.
Oh, great job, Hertsy. Well, hey, I'll be back in a little bit later on. I'm going to go concentrate and get this dubs.
Yeah. That was Hergsy, assist there by Gallo, and the goaltender, Bills 39 getting the second assist on that one. 1-0 Washed.
All right, still waiting on the Pale Poner Sus Orange series. That'll be going underway here in a few minutes.
What do you think, Johnny, man? Are we expecting Wash get on the board this early, against this powerhouse offensive team? And look, another turnover here. We might have a second one.
Penalty shot.
Oh, is that a penalty shot? And a penalty shot. Yes, we do. Wow. Big penalty shot coming up on here to try to extend the lead to 2. We'll see what happens.
Let's see how it goes. Man.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. You guys hear me?
I hear Giant loud and clear.
Caller.
239hockey.net. Follow us on Twitter at 239hockey. Guys, I apologize for the technical difficulties before. What an honor to have me over here tonight. I want to give a shout out to Hollywood. Shout out to my co-host, Johnny Blaze, as well as Human Typhoon. I will give a special shout out to all the listeners out there. This wouldn't be happening without you guys out there. A lot of pumped up stuff that we got to go over. Lots of trades happening over the weekend over here, guys, as well. Young Kels, in addition to Pale Poner, making a whole bunch of trades this past weekend, fellas. Locked and loaded for tonight. Only got a half hour with you guys. You guys sound kind of pumped up. I'm fucking pumped up, too. There is a bunch of aids that still exist, unfortunately, on this platform known as Discuss. Is that the name of this application?
Scored.
Discuss.
Oh man, you gotta love it. You
hear
gotta
me
love
still?
it. Yeah.
Yeah, we hear you loud and clear, buddy.
Oh man, that shit was so fucking annoying. And Flanny was telling me, guys, he's like, yeah, you probably got to reset with this shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? It's fucking 2020, fellas. You know what I'm saying? Like, the amount of power that something like a smartphone has, guys, is more than they had for the fucking space rocket that went up to the fucking moon.
I know.
And they can't even get this goddamn audio fucking right. Like, you got to refresh it and shit. Like, because it's got fucking hib and shit.
It's got the
It's
hib.
hardly annoying, guys.
No, I feel it.
Oh man. Well, we're also working on other ways, possibly Hangouts, Zoom, or on there. So we'll see. But we just haven't tested those out so far. But good that we could hear you, Giant. Good, we hear you loud and clear. Hey, we got you for 30 minutes. 30 minutes is great. You know, we definitely want to hop into some of the trade talk and stuff like that. I just want to bring guys up to speed. 2-0 in that watch. A series, but the Sims just scored there 2-1. Gala getting that penalty shot goal big. That was big against the line, and then Sims just tied. Got on the board here 2-1, and the Crosby series about to start. But Giant, man, yeah, glad that you saw a lot of trades happen. How was your Thanksgiving, man?
Well, it wasn't short enough, guys. I got fucking lit up on Wednesday night. I guess they call that Friendsgiving. And I left work early, and it was probably about 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for those of you on the West Coast and stuff. And I was already half in the fucking bag then. I mean, I just wanted to get lit up, so I was pretty much hungover all Thanksgiving Day. Had a little bit of food, nothing crazy. Was glad I got to spend it with my twin brother, with my mom and stuff. And it was good. How was yours, Flanny, Blaze? How was your guys' Thanksgiving?
Well, mine was pretty quiet on here. We stayed here, so it was good, quiet. Got a lot of rest on there. Sucked to have to work today, but well rested. I just want to mention a shout out in the chat. Drug Monkey stating he has a ton of cash on these games tonight.
Yeah, Drug Monkey. I feel it, man. Drug Monkey's going to clean up. He's going to clean up. And yes, Drug Monkey. This is the Giant 918 in the chat tonight. This is the Giant 918.
Shout out to Drug Monkey. Shout out to Esoteric. I don't even know if he's still playing in the league. Shout out to Yambag. Shout out to Hugh Laurie. Shout out to McGilla. Shout out to Bills. I've seen all these names over here, guys. Haven't seen them in probably a dog's life. So I want to give a shout out to as many heads as I can. Shout out to Hergs. A lot of different guys that I've seen. Dominator Silva, Sniper. A lot of these guys, they're still over here sober enough. A lot of Legion is still playing too. Absolutely incredible. These guys are 50 plus years old. Still having the time of their lives. Shout out to Marty McFly, B. Cripps, all these guys. They're still in it to win it, guys. And the parity looks pretty good this season as well, fellas. When you want to get into the trades as well, let me know, Flanny and Blaze. Lots to get into this past weekend. Lots of things happening all over 239.
Sure, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we could get into some trade talk. The main guy that was involved in the trade, and that went down with Mr. Young Kelch of the Johnny Kling's Classic Hits. And part of it, I think, came because last week they got swept. They went down all 3 games against the odd guy. And so he made a lot of moves. They've lost a couple series here and there. Let's
go into more detail about this, guys. What ended up happening over here? Young Kelson, he freaks out after that, making trades over the break, and like Flanny said, he's the captain of the Johnny Kling's Classic Hits. He traded 2 part-timers who lots of people feel are the core of the team. And this is none other than Dominator Silva and Rookie Adrenaline. Both of those guys were playing good. Take a look at their points per games played. And then they were traded for Ian the Berean. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Is that Korean's cousins or something?
Actually, it's funny you should mention that because Legion nicknames him Ian the Korean. It's kind of funny you mentioned that.
What are the odds? So not so great stats full-timer, and also traded veteran part-timer Agent, who also has good stats on points per game, for a rookie named True Ben Solo, who is okay, I guess. They get swept last week, but I think he ate too much. Maybe Young Kelch ate too much turkey. Maybe he went into a deep coma and then woke up and made these trades. Guys, I don't understand. Poor Agent getting the news on the holidays when he's with his family. I don't even know. Maybe Kelch didn't like the Big 10-man roster. I think they might even be worse. Flanny, what do you think about this?
Yeah, I mean, it's a questionable move. I mean, he was looking to make the move. I mean, you definitely don't want to lose series, especially coming down here towards the end of towards the later part of the season. But the moves he've made, I agree with you, Giant. I mean, I'm looking at Dom Silva, Adrenaline. I think these 2 guys, along with Toxic, was the really foundation that held this team together. And it's not like they got beat up bad, man. The scores were real close. There was an overtime game. There was 1-goal games, so games could have went either way. But the moves that he made, maybe it could be a roster thing. Maybe he wanted a smaller roster. Maybe that 10-man roster was too much to deal with and to move around. Getting Ian, Dominator Silva, Adrenaline, just part-time guys. But you look at their stats. You look at, the points on there were pretty good. It's not, they weren't playing bad, and Agent just got thrown. I mean, that just came out of nowhere. And, Agent's really good friends.
Slab of meat.
Well, Young Kelch, they probably even would have Thanksgiving dinner together, And then just to get the news that he just got dumped to the last place team, shout out to that. But and then he also dropped 37 in a row to the waivers, So I mean, he did everything over the weekend. So guys, logged in that may have been in the holidays, maybe they were having the Thanksgiving, and they're looking at that. What the hell? We're out of here. So he definitely shook up that roster, but I think it might be for the worse. I don't think he's improved this team, but Kelch proved me wrong, man. We'll see. What do you think, Johnny? What you think about the trades? Any input?
I'm good with it. Ain't trading. I mean, these captains know what they're doing. They know where they identify their needs. They know what holes to fill. So I try. Kelch is an experienced captain. He's an experienced player. He's been around a while. So you got to trust that he had a plan the whole time for this. So I'm good with him. Good on him.
What a great game going on, man! Between Wash and the Sim.
Let's get an update.
It was a tie game, but right now, Wash just took the lead, 3-2, second appearance, and that's the second season here. Mashad Pa, Mosh, who led the league last season in like every stat category. He went for 40+ bods here, the highest paid player this season. And gets the Wash team up 3-2.
Wow, that's a close one.
And this should be a good series already. Win percentage of Wash is 57%. winning percent of the Simps is 71.4%. And what is it? Theode, I guess, is their captain. Is that right? For the Simps, Theode, is that how you say it? Or Flode?
Flowed, yeah.
Flowed. All right. I mean, absolute stud, man. 21 games, 34 goals, 31 assists, 65 points. Unbelievable stats over here. Probably among the best in the league. And he's got some other ringers over here on his team as well. And he's spreading the joy around because even the guys on the Simps, he's the only one with 21 games played. These other guys got 12 games, 12 games, 12 games. You know, and obviously it looks like their goalie. Their goalie looks pretty decent too. You know.
Yeah. Oh, Lime is holding things down, man. But Float's having best season here yet, I think. And it's funny to say because earlier in the season, before the season started, Nicky Pats came on the chat. And he's like, Float's gonna have the best stats out of anybody, and people wanted to bet that, but that bet is looking pretty good for Nicky Pats at this point. You know,
well, he's definitely in competition for this, so no question. No question, and his shooting percentage 33%. I mean, it's not as good as the other guys on his team, but I mean, he's close, and he is just absolutely killing it this season. So shout out to Flode and the rest of the Simps. There's another definition for the Simps. I forgot what it is. There's some sort of terminology for it, but I like the name of that team. Let's move on to another a trade that's been happening, and this is none other than Pale Poner making a whole bunch of trades. His team was good. They were ranked like 2 or 3. Unfortunately, they just lost the series last week to a non-playoff team that Yambag captains, and Yam wasn't even there. He was in Disney. So Pale, he trades to get Sober, who generally plays left wing. Now he's playing on right wing, and then he got its Mox, aka FSU Connolly, who generally a forward, now played D last series, and then there was a week that Nick the Greek played D, and I want to give a big shout out to Nick. Big supporter out there of America and stuff like that, so I appreciate that. Shout out to Nick. And then he traded Ozzy, who had really good stats. And then they blamed Lag and that Sober or Legion or someone was drunk. I don't even think Legion drinks. Just an excuse. And they're playing tonight. But if they play like they played last week, will they lose again? And what will be the excuse to be tonight? And Pale Poner is having one of his best seasons, stats-wise. Probably one of the best defensemen in the league. In Anderson, there is no reason that this team should be losing. So this is Crosby, Meals for Malkin, and the Orange Sus, which is what Pale Poner is over here, guys. And he's having a fantastic season so far. All 21 games played. Nick the Greek looks solid over here as well, sober. These guys are killing it, man. Their win percentage is over 60%. I think that's fantastic. But, guys, if they lose this series tonight, they're going to have some issues. They're going up against Crosby Niels for Malkin, 52% win percentage. Looks like a middle-of-the-road team over here. But they're going to have some real fucking issues, guys, if they don't win this tonight. Flanny?
I agree. I think it's a must-win series here for Orange Sus, and they're looking good right now to start off the series. They just tacked in another goal. It's 3-0 Orange Sus.
Wow!
And I believe that was that Mr. Anderson that scored a goal, and Anderson's playing forward on here, so he did swap some roster moves here, and that's something that Pale Poner's known to do. Something's not working, he'll make the adjustments, and so we'll see if this works. So far, what he's done is working. 3-0 lead, but we've seen that before, though. We've seen that, and where they win game 1 just last week, they blown out Figo in the squad game 1, but then they lost the next 2. So don't I don't want to jump on that bandwagon yet, but right now definitely looking good. Speaking about good, what about Washed? Washed right now up 4-2 against the Simps, the best team drafted in 239. Not looking so hot right now.
Yeah, and I mean that's what it was called at the beginning of the season, right? The best drafted team, the Simps, and again, it's the best series of 3 guys. It's early, it's in the first game. New game. Anything could happen, guys. But this is probably the series of the night. Watch versus the Simps. Hopefully, it'll be more competitive. They're down by 2 goals right now, the Simps. But Watch is looking pretty good right now, Flanny.
Yeah, and just about 5 minutes left in that game. So if they're going to turn things around, they got to do it now. Not much time remaining in that game number 1. So this would be a big win for that Watch team. And they came on the chat earlier today, Hergsy, the captain there, because I had him ranked in the power rankings pretty low. I think number 6 or number 7. And they were wondering why they weren't up there after they took 5 points last week out of the possible 6. But if they win tonight against the Simps team, they'll definitely jump up there. There's no reason for them not to. They'll definitely move up the ranks, and they're trying to prove that here tonight. And so far, Bills looking all right, but Bills is not really facing much shots here in game number 1. So the Simps got to get more shots on net. I think that offense a bit stalling here. So whatever the Watch team's doing is doing real good here. I don't know if they're pulling the goalie. They might be pulling the goalie here. I don't know. Okay, but maybe just a timeout call there. But 4 minutes left here in this game. Time winding down. We'll see if they make a comeback. They've done it before.
Yeah.
No comeback. No comeback here, man. Watch just protected another goal. That might be it.
I think that's all she wrote, fellas. That's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote for this series, guys.
And that's the defenseman there. Looks like the rookie, Rapid Calf, who's having a great season here for Wash. And he's, I think, one of the reasons not talked about much, just because they have such great offensive guys and Mosh and Hergsy, Gala out there. But don't sleep on Rapid Calf. Not only good defenseman, he just shows you there, he score goals too.
Yeah, I'm looking at his stats, and they're pretty good. 21 games played. 6 goals, lots of assists, 24 points. Not bad. Average of 1 point.
And they're just
around 1 point per game.
Pouring it on here, boys.
Something like that.
This is getting ugly, man. This is ugly quick. I didn't expect this at all here. I don't think many people did. I mean, the Giant, was it 6-2 right now, Johnny? This is turning out to look like Nate Robinson. Did you guys see the fight?
Fight the other day,
Nate
man.
Robinson getting beat up here.
Guys, when I first saw, I said, "Is that Nate Robinson who used to play on the Knicks?" Guys, I'm from New Jersey, so look, I'm a Knicks fan, right? Sadly. But it's my team, whatever. And I said, Nate Robinson, is that the Nate Robinson from the Knicks? And then I'm like, is that the Jake Paul, the YouTube guy? And it sure as hell was. And I was like, what the hell is this? And then I saw Nate Robinson get knocked down the first time. I said, dude, he is going to get killed from Jake Paul. And it's like, dude, Nate Robinson shouldn't have even been in that ring. He did not belong in that ring, dude, at all.
No.
If you're training and stuff, even if it's with a semi-professional coach, they should know if you have it or not, dude. I'm sorry, dude, but Jake Paul, is he that good? I don't know, guys. He fought somebody else. I think I remember he fought somebody else. I don't know. And I think it was like a celebrity matchup, too, again, this Jake Paul. But I thought it was much more entertaining than the Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr. Fiasco. You might as well have called it WWE
right
at that point at the end of the night.
I think the WWE segment was better.
It might have been more entertaining, with Stone Cold Steve Austin,
Oh, yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah, man. I'd rather pay for that, man. But, yeah, I mean, right now the Simps are like Nate Robinson getting beat up 6-2.
Yeah, definitely seems that way, unfortunately. It definitely seems that way.
Oh, my God. They're
hold on.
more salt to the wound
We
here,
got more.
man.
We got more here.
7-2. Talk about pouring it on, man. Talk about, getting your stats up there. They're trying to prove a point here. Not only, they want to beat this team, show that they could beat the Simps.
But they're not letting up that gas pedal.
That they cannot beat them, at least this first game. They need to turn it around. And psychologically, it's damaging when you're playing like this. So when you're down this much, that's a very lopsided loss, and it might mind fuck the guys. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. I thought maybe Bills was going to be a factor here, that he needed to play good, but it didn't matter. I think Bills only faced like 5 shots in this series, so he could have let all the shots, and they still would have won here.
Are there lag issues that still exist
7-2
over here in 2020? Like, are people still using dial-up and shit to try to play NHL?
I think so. I think you still got some folks out in DSL country that are still screwing things up for the rest of us that pay for gigabit internet.
Right.
Then you got the West Coast, East Coast.
Well, then you got that.
So it was always going to be, like who's hosting,
And then there's Quebec.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, then there's Quebec.
Frenchies.
Dude, shout out to all my homies in
QC, baby.
Land. But, dude, they're sophisticated in Quebec. It was one of the best breakfasts I've ever had in Montreal. So shout out to all my homies in QC, bro. Loved it. Thought it was beautiful over there. Saw very few homeless people over there, so I was very pleased about that, too. Not like the trash in New York City that I normally see when you fucking go there, in addition to all the psychological illness that a lot of these people have. So it wasn't there. Absolutely beautiful, guys.
Definitely. And we're closing minutes on this other game here. Orange Sauce Crosby. They get on the board 3-1, but they're still down 2 with under 5 to go here. But a much tighter series here in this one.
Much tighter.
But as you can see, Orange Sauce is playing very defensively right now. So it's going to be very hard to get these 2 goals on them, because you got Mr. Anderson back there, and he's really back there. He's not giving up any type of breakaways or 2-1s at this point that you might see like Master Shotgun's team, recently. Not going to happen here tonight here.
Yeah, so it's 3-1. Right. It's still a chance, anything can happen, as we've seen. Things can happen at the last minute.
Yeah, well, definitely a much better series here. So, if you're the Simps right now, man, losing 7-2, and it looked like they almost scored another one late, we're about to score. So, what's going through your head? You're down 7-2 now. As I say that, in the Crosby, it looks like just scored.
Yeah,
so
3-2.
They're within 1.
Keeping it close, baby.
One goal game here. That's where you want to be in the spot right now. If Sauce gives this out, they were up 3-0 in this game. You just lost to Yam's team last week. If you give up this three goal game, whew,
yeah, that hurts.
I don't want to go back in that dressing room.
And for as talented as a team of Sus is, they got a lot of good guys on there. Pale's a great player. He's got a good group around him. So you don't want to see, if you're that team, you don't want to see that. You're capable of more. So Crosby is keeping it close. These are my boys. It's my team. Again, not trying to be biased, but they can pull it off here. Okay.
It looks like that was the captain, Flaming Dragon.
Yep.
He's got both of their goals in this series here, but it's a minute to go here. Last minute. Let's see if they could come back.
So, please, it looks like you're a part timer over here for Crosby Niels, right?
Yes, I was picked. I was undrafted. Oh my goodness! And
wow.
Hello, 3-3. We got a tie.
We got a tie game. What a pass, man! Marty McFly passed it off D to D on here. Marty's playing defense. Look at his pass over to the other defenseman.
Having played on this
was
team,
that Yin? Was that Yin?
That was looks like it was Yin.
Oh man! Wow!
Amazing.
That was great. Oh, that's gotta hurt, man. You had a 3-0 lead. Now it's tied, possibly maybe overtime, or maybe they could close it out here. This is real time here. These 30 seconds sometimes seem forever.
Yeah, they do.
So Legion and that there, man, must be frustrated right now. Something you don't like. You don't want to see a lead just go down like that.
And this was something I'd mentioned last week, I believe, because I mean, like I said, this is a team I play for. I've played some series with them, and Martin McFly really is the quarterback of that defense. He can really move the puck. He can call the shots. He's a great communicator. He could really lead a drive like that, and that's what you saw there.
I'll call it a comeback
wow.
giant, man. These guys just took the lead on them 4-3 after being down 3-0, and that was Anthrax. Anthrax with the goal.
Wow.
And I liked Flaming Dragon with the trades that he made, man.
He did a great job. He did a
recently.
Great job.
Yeah, first-time captain nonetheless, and a lot of guys questioned this guy as captain. I know before the draft even took place, they were like, "Oh, I don't know, he might do all right," but look, he's doing great.
So far, so good, amazing. So that's a wrap for game one, basically, right?
Yeah. So Sauce
amazing.
Right now. They've lost their last 3 games, and this one hurts, man. When you were up 3-0 in this game in the third period, and then you give up 4 goals in the third. I think they scored 2 in the last minute. So they don't even get a point in this game. Forget about overtime. At least get an overtime, get a point. They don't even get that. 4 goals on 10 shots. Legion's got to get better too, man. Or defense got to get better. Something's got to improve.
You're not going to be winning. You're not going to be winning with that. So
Giant, man, your comments when you said about the trades. I mean, it's hard not to, believe you at this point. I mean, you're making me a believer on here. The struggle continues here on that orange sauce bus.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully Pale Poner turns it around game 2 and 3. Absolutely devastating. And if Legion is normally the goalie, they might need to change that up. So I don't know. I'm trying to take a look here. I mean, Legion's record is fantastic. He's 9-3 for them.
Yeah.
So he can't be that bad. Maybe he just had an off game. It's horrible, though.
It happens.
But then also you got to understand he's got a different defense in front of him like every series. With the moves, with the trades, you have a different defensive side on there each night. So does that play a factor? Blaze, I love the graphics. We got the updates here. It's so great. If you watch the stream, it tells you who's leading the series right now. Crosby 1-0, Washed 1-0. So if you just joined the stream, if you just came in and watched Twitch,
it's really great.
Like how did game 1 go? You don't got to ask. It's boom right there. You got the leaderboards on the bottom. I mean, talk about Sports Center. Talk about ESPN graphics. I mean, does it get any better than this?
Yeah, I mean, and it's a team effort, like I said. I mean, Hollywood with a lot of these overlays and the graphics. So kudos to Hollywood for some, the work we from all of us in the previous league and this league, we know what kind of work he does, and it's great. It's beautiful. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's fantastic. All right, guys, I'm gonna get going. Thank you again, everybody. Flanny, 1,000 thanks to you for getting this production. To get me out here too, just to reach out to me. I really appreciate that. Want to give a shout out to everybody. I'm mad thankful for everybody. We really appreciate you guys tuning into us. Again, thanks everybody to the executive committee over here at 239. And make sure you guys continue to check us out, www.239hockey.net. Follow us on Twitter at 239hockey. Giant918 signing out. Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you, Giant. Good hockey, new bud.
Yeah,
good talking to you too, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So, Johnny, man, we're going to go into game 2 here for both series. What do you think so far, man? And what do you think is going to happen? I mean, right now, it's such an unpredictable night. Who thought Washed was going to not only win, I mean, they sent a statement game number 1, and then Crosby coming back down 3-0, winning this 4-3. Can we expect anything different here game number 2?
I expect the Sims to come back and not do that again. You feel for them. You hate to see that. You hate to be on that team. When that happens, and it does happen. I expect them to tighten it up, maybe a little closer. We had a game like that last week, right? Wasn't it? I forgot what series. Where was it? One team was absolutely giving them a beat down, and all of a sudden the next game was like 180. Games
That
2
was
and
the
3.
sauce series. Orange sauce, yeah. That's a good point because Orange Sauce won game 1, wasn't even a match, but then they lost the next 2. So, each game is different, especially if teams do change things up on the lineup, on the rosters, that always could happen. So we'll see what happens here. Both in the dressing room here, ready to start for game number 2 here between the two. Shout out in the chat there. Shout out to Phoenix Rising. Shout out to Young Kelch. Kelch mentioning that rumor has it agent is still counting before he passes the puck since he got traded. So.
Yeah, let me know.
Like no one cares.
Yeah, so Phoenix brings up a good point. I had my pop filter on the wrong side, but I appreciate it. Thank you, Phoenix. Some people were saying that my voice sounded muffled. I attributed that to the pop filter, but I guess not. So as long as I sound fine, thank you. I appreciate the feedback. Thank you, sir.
Awesome.
I added a couple new filters. But so I'm like I said that Crosby Suss series, man. Wow. 3-1 late in the game, and the Crosby boys come back and win. I mean, just a hell of a game. Good on them.
And we
feel.
We said it's going to be a good series, man. We said it's going to be a good series here. And
that's a great series.
We're getting good hockey, yeah, definitely, man. Down to the wire in that one. So
I mean, it makes for some exciting hockey for sure. You feel for Pale's team because they'd held the lead, they played great all game, and just things fell apart at the end. But good for Crosby to stay with it and never give up and end up winning it in great fashion. And then
that's why we play 3 periods, man. 60 minutes.
Why we have 3
hockey.
periods. Yep.
You can't expect just game 1, and especially in NHL, man, because period number 3, that last minute is it's got that slow down time, that real time, so it's actually more compared to the other periods. So you really got to step up, crunch down, and unfortunately, Suss couldn't do it, man. They couldn't hold the lead. All they had to do was not let them score, but that did not happen. 1-0 Crosby, as you guys see on the screen there with the lead, and we'll have those scores updated as the night goes on here. You got your leaderboards on the bottom, and they're about to drop the puck. Game number 2 on its way.
There we go. Well, both games are starting up here.
Absolutely. So, I mean, we look at the standings on here. So that's a big win there for Crosby, getting the points because they're right in the middle of that pack, where there's only like a point or 2 that separates each team there. So every win here does matter. Every point matters. So
every win counts. I'll bring up the standing screen. I have a standing screen ready to go. We could take a quick look at that, see how everybody fares, but still the same as last week. You got all that top 8 that, a sweep or a win will move you up 2-3 spots easily.
Yeah. And we got goal number 1
already
in the second game. And so the Simps, whatever was said in that locker room was, and the captain himself, Flo, gets them on the board 1-0.
All right.
Much better start here in this one than the last game. And the way the last game ended.
Good on them for that. Yeah, we're responding right back with that early goal. So that's what you want if you're on that team.
Wash putting a lot of pressure here.
Yikes.
Putting a lot of pressure here in the Lime, holding it down. And looks like Lime is going to be facing a lot of shots in this series. Game number 1, he faced a lot. And game 2 here, they're shooting a lot of pucks on the net.
It's all you got. You just get them on net, and sometimes you get a good one. I mean, just get it on net.
Odd message me that Sus win game 1. No. Maybe unless he's just being funny. I don't know.
It's odd guy. He's got good sense of humor. He's got that odd dark sense of humor. It's good. You never know when he's joking. It's like, that's actually pretty good. Odd's a good dude.
Yeah, absolutely. But Odd, you're listening. We got the scores right on there, so it'll be updated as the night goes on here. So 1-0 for the Simps, and scoreless here on the other game. And that Crosby series, I expected it to be like this, a low-scoring, affair here between two teams that, great defensively, great goalies too on both ends. And I expect like a very low 2, maybe a 3-goal game at the most.
Yeah, I like that. I'm feeling this. Oh, and a close one there, but I'm feeling the same way. It's not going to be a high-scoring game, 3-4 goals.
Legion comes out with a save there. They almost had him, man. Out of position there. But looks like he missed the net. Big opportunity.
Speaking of odd guy, we still have to get our golf outing on. Me and him apparently me and him live about 5 minutes away from each other. We promised each other we'd go golfing, but with the coronavirus, I guess that didn't happen this year. So we're gonna get it on the spring. Let's do it, odd guy.
I was talking to the other night. I was talking to Superstar, and he's like, "Odd guy is only like a few minutes away from him." I'm like, what? So yeah, Soup's another guy that I think's in that same area, man.
Okay. Yeah, Odd and I were playing COD the other night, and he was mentioning a bunch of guys in 239 who were like, we're all within like 10, 20 minutes of each other. So I was like, we should get a golf outing going if we all play. I mean, I know I play.
What we gotta have on that Discord chat, have like a player profile or something, put the location where you are, and stuff. Yeah,
that's a good idea.
It's like a player bios page or something, I think would be cool.
You know what everybody's got to do, but I don't think it'll be realistic, but I think it'd be great. Because you were involved with this back in the day in the old league, Delaware Park. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man.
I heard the stories.
I remember Giant. I remember Legion going there, man. Koozie. I mean, we were all there. Matty K.
K.
Freaking. Who else? Yeah, Hugh Laurie, Yamback. The usual suspect. Myself, Giant.
I think Ocho was there, wasn't he?
Low end theory. Yeah, a whole bunch of us. So, but
that sounded like a good time.
Oh, it's great. It's great. You get to watch football, put some bets in there, you got your drinks, food, Then we usually crash at Yam's place, but he moved. So
he moved,
yeah.
That'd be a good time. I remember seeing the photographs and hearing the stories. A lot of stories came out of that one. And I wish I was there. That was a good time.
Yeah.
A good time.
One night, so put bets on the football games, lost here, but then I ended up winning one.
Nice.
And then before leaving the night, I'm like, yeah, put it on the roulette table, man. Go all in. And then he did. He did that. He went. I think he chose red on there in the hit.
Nice.
So,
roll them bones, baby. Roll them bones.
Absolutely, man. He says because I guess he's a big Red Sox fan, so he put on red. And then we had like a Cowboys fan that was next to us that went opposite. When he saw me put like all the chips on red, he went black.
He did the opposite, yeah. He's like, I'll show you guys.
So I was like, hey, man, we got either double or nothing, man. And that's what we did. So that was a good night, man. Good night. Definitely. Esoteric was at one of them. I remember we had a few of them. I think
that's right.
At least three or four. I know I missed one of them, but I definitely been to like 3 of those.
Yeah, I remember hearing the stories about. I think it was the first one when, like I said, all the old school guys like Ocho, all them guys was there. So I heard stories about Ocho that night.
Kick out the jam, Ocho. Yeah.
Oh, kick out the jam. Yeah, good dude.
And then Siegel. XXX Siegel.
XXXQC Siegel.
Oh, gosh.
So it looks like we got a little bit of pressure here. Looks like Crosby's putting on some pressure.
Scoreless in the first.
Yeah.
0-0.
0-0. All right, that's what we expected. Low scoring, tight game. Same with Wash.
About even,
Yeah, just about. Right, what we expected. So, I expect Pale and his boys to come back. I don't think they're going to let that happen again. Pale's a hell of a captain, hell of a guy, good player. I mean, he's got a good squad there. So,
yeah. Well, they need to win this one. They need to win this one, or it's another series loss.
As soon as they get a chance, I'll pop up the standings. Like I said, just ripped up from the site. and we'll take a look at where everybody stands or could stand or may stand, depending on what happens tonight. So Marine Mike has been in and out. He's been pretty quiet tonight, but I guess he's just doing his thing. It's all right. Much respect.
I don't know. He was going to be. It was possibly of a waiver needed tonight.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
It wasn't. So, but I don't think he's not in the game. Or I haven't seen his name.
I haven't seen him.
I haven't checked the full rosters on both teams, but could be.
So we got some good folks up in the chat here. Like I said, I want to give a shout out to some of the folks. Looks like, definitely Drug Monkey, Young Kelch, Phoenix Rising, D-Mart's in there. Hollywood, you're in there, man. A lot of names.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Hope you guys enjoying it. Like I said, new graphics, and we've always upgrading. Each night it seems like we get something new, something different on the screen. Whether it's the leaderboards, or there's the update on the series, the rotating, spinning logo up there. So every night you've got the intro videos. And,
those are beautiful. Those intro videos are great. That song was great. Great music.
We're always taking ideas, inputs, from the league. It's a league community on here. So without you guys, a lot of this wouldn't be possible either. So we always, take any ideas from that. And,
thank
if
you, odd
think
guy.
It's not possible, just, just message me. I mean, I'll definitely take a look into if I could do it, and most of the time I do, man, pull it off on there. And then, a lot of times I get the message like, oh man, I didn't expect you to do all that, but so it could definitely be done. Me and Johnny Blaze at the helm there with the switchboard controlling everything. Anything's possible.
Anything's possible. It's a great team. It's a good time. So I look back to, we started this about a week ago, I think, right? Like this time last week, and it was very bare bones. It was functional. It was great, but look, it just every day it just got better with your graphics, your media, and it was the whole team. It was great. So much, it's good to see. You like to see that growth.
It's definitely looking beautiful now, man.
Yeah, I love the spinning logos. Like I could just stare at that thing for hours.
No.
And it's not just because I'm 3 beers in. It's just because it's a beautiful logo and it looks good spinning. It's wonderful.
Absolutely, man. Instead of just the still thing that just stands there, we'll make things move around, man. Appear, disappear, So every time something's changing on there, so.
Odd guy, appreciate the compliments, man. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Maureen Mike is actually in net for Pale, so It's not Legion, and so that kind of man.
Okay, that changes everything.
So was that Marine Mike that gave up that 3-0 lead in that game 1? So I guess he wasn't that on there. Oh, it's got to be tough, man. Human Typhoon, man. It's got to bounce back here in this game.
You feel for the guy. He's a good dude. I mean, everybody jokes. We all make poo-poos.
So I don't know if Legion is playing on defense or is Legion out tonight.
No? Well, Legion normally, if he's not on goal, he's usually playing D.
Yeah, so he is playing D, so that's what it is. So looks like they were missing their other D guy, whether it was Mox or that's what they used last week. I don't know who it is. So they put Legion is actually on the right D. Okay, and then I think Nick is lefty playing lefty. So then they got up front. It's going to be Pale Polner, Sober, and Mr. Anderson. Oh, that's the lineup that they're rolling with. So far, it's not working on there. But I mean, I like to see. But this is what I mentioned, and what Giant said earlier. Each night is a different lineup. It's a different. They're putting guys in different positions, different spots. And not every time that's going to work. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Right now for Orange Sauce, that is not working.
Crosby takes the lead in that game, 1-0.
That's the captain with the goal. Big goal for Flaming Dragon.
Flaming Dragon having one heck of a night.
I think he's got like 3 at least already tonight.
Two last game, I believe. I could be wrong. Bear with me. Yeah, so good on him. He's a good dude, too. I mean, he's a good captain, first-time captain, as you said before. Did a great job on this team with drafting and then making the trades to bring in the necessary components. You know,
And he hasn't been in this league that long. I think this is maybe like third at a season, if that,
something
on here.
like
so, he hasn't been here for like some of these other guys that have been here for a lot of years. And first time as a captain in this league. Shout out to him, man, because a lot of guys struggle or something's going on, man. Evil meltdowns. I mean, you name it. So, and it's a guy I know that Odd Guy had initially as a protege on there, and he's doing good, man. He's following the Odd Guy's, I guess, so he kind of saw like how to do things and stuff and decided to be a captain this season, and it's working out for him.
Which, as I've said before, that's something I could never do. I could never captain. I just don't have the patience. So kudos to all you captains and the patience you have. You guys have the patience of a saint.
It's tough, especially if you're also doing media, man. And like it gets
when you captained and you've done both, that's
it gets to be a lot, man. And then some of these guys do that, and then also do admin work. So
like Pale Poner, for instance, he does the admin stuff on the back end.
Couch, Odd Guy, all those guys, Anderson does like the betting stuff. So there's a lot of stuff in the back, that people do, and you got to appreciate that. It's not just showing up to the games and just playing. These guys, put in a lot of work and time into the league. But that's what makes 239 great. That's what makes this fun. It's not just showing up to the games and that's it. We do all these extra stuff in between games. The stream tonight, all the other shows and productions as well. And if you didn't check it out, we have the new 239 magazine that came out yesterday with Notorious Figo on the cover on that one.
I like that. That was cool.
Now, so
that's right. I'm the captain of the ship now, Figo.
Make sure you check that out. So we go to period number 3 here. Crosby and Niels for Malkin have a 1-0 lead. But yeah, so good. We get this update on the rosters here. But Malkin's doing his thing, and so is the second game here between Flowed and Washed. Totally different game. Only 1-0 here.
Much different game. One. Complete 180. I mean, the last game was 46-20 or something, and now it's like 1-0.
What a save by Lime.
Huge
oh my
save.
God. Lime holding it down. I don't know how he saved that. He slid over, and I thought for sure that's going to be a goal, but he's definitely keeping them in here.
Great goaltending right there. I mean, absolutely incredible.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people talk about the Sims team, how good their offense is. You got Wizzy, you got Rondon Volante, you got Flowed, who leads the league in like every stat category. But they got a great goaltender. They got, regardless of all that, you still got to beat the line, So who's having a great season here, and he's got a great group of guys in front of him.
He's up there with the best of them, like B. Cripps, another great goalie.
Mm-hmm.
So we got some great players.
Looks like a delayed penalty.
It's
going to be a power play here.
Power play for the Crosby boys. Naughty.
I might be Pale that took that. I don't know if it's a tripping call, but they're going to be short-handed here. So if Crosby could put another goal here, this will be big.
This is the time.
In this 1-0 game here to try to get a 2-goal lead.
That'd be huge. Right now is the time for them to score if they want to. The way this game's going, right now is the time.
I'm not even going to win.
But you also got to watch out here when you're on the power play.
Well, hold on a second here.
Was that again D to D? Did Marty McFly pass it over to Yin again? He's
getting it, man. He's quarterbacking that bad boy right back there.
Yeah.
I've said it 1,000 times.
They said when Marty McFly was going to play defense this season, but he's still getting those assists, and big power play goal right there. And big goal by Yin. I think he had the game winner last game or the tying goal last game. I do believe
so. One of those.
And Wash just tied it up on the other game. So
got
a 1-1 game.
Two very close, very interesting series
going on over there. But yeah, these two series are very tight, man, so far. You got 2-0, you got 1-1 over there, and just as advertised in the preview video there, we had when you have two squads on there, and each side have some tremendous players.
Whoa, we got a goal. We got a goal here. Nope. Wave. No, it's it. Yep, washed up 2-1 now.
Oh man, and that's why we play period number 3.
Wow.
So. Teams fall apart sometimes in that third, or they take a relaxing. When you're up 1-0, sometimes you play a bit back or play too safe, and then boom, next thing you know, you're down 2-1. So
I don't know what it is and that's so true. And I know, like I said, I'm sort of a middle bottom tier player, but I know personally, I'm not a third period player. I feel great in the first second. Something about the third period. I don't know what it is. Sometimes people just fall apart. I don't know what it is, but it happens.
As a goaltender, I hate it too, man. You hate the third period, man. Sometimes it's better to be down, because when you're up and then you give up the goals, it's like, man, and then that third period is the longest period, like I said, because of that extra real time at the end. So sometimes it takes forever.
People just might get too complacent or whatever it is, but it happens.
Sims just answered back, tied up 2-2, so we still have a tie game going on over there.
Great series.
While over here, Crosby Niels for Malkin, looking for win number 2, and if Sauce is gonna do anything, they gotta do something soon, man. They're running out of time.
They gotta vent and not be sus. They gotta be.
And as Giant said before, man, last week, there was all these excuses. Oh, this guy got drunk. Or it was a lag fest going on here. Those. What are they gonna say after tonight? And so
I do love the team name, the Orange Sush. That's a good team name. I like that name.
You know what? Usually, Pale does have good name. Usually picks like a Star Wars team, but this time going with the Humongous. Johnny, I saw earlier this morning. What was that? That video posted. You kicking a couch? What was that all about? Man?
Yeah, I just completely muffed it. I just had a dumb moment, probably the dumbest moment in Among Us history, and I was just. It failed me today.
He made sure to clip it and everything from the
He
stream.
even clipped it, and now the world knows about my boo-boo. I am an official Among Us idiot.
I love it. Wait the phone on here. Sauce makes a game here. Pale Poner, unassisted there. The captain just taking the puck, taking matters into his own hand. 2-1 with under a minute to go in that one.
Yeah, Pale Poner not messing around. He's keeping it close. He's not going to give up until that game is over. Until the fat lady sings. He's a competitor.
So now let's see if Crosby Niels for Malkin can hold the lead. Last game, Sauce gave up the 3-0 game. Let's see if Malkin can hold on to this one.
13 seconds left. 2-1.
Great dump. If it's icing, it doesn't matter, man. Sometimes you just got to get those dumps, get them out of there. That kills the clock. So anything that makes the clock go, gotta dump it, you gotta dump it.
Every
that saves the goal. Oh,
here we go.
That might be it. That might be it right there. I don't know if they got one more rush in it here. No, that's it. Crosby
that's all
takes game number 2, 2-0 in the series here, looking for a sweep. The other series here, all tied up. Looks like this one may go to overtime.
Hey guys, sorry I've been kind of out. I've been
no, you're good. You were just playing a series, dude. It's all good.
Very good team we're against. They're very their offensive. They forecheck very well. They're making the extra one extra pass that gets them moving. So they're playing well. But no, Nick and Legion in front of me. They're trying to limit as many shots as possible. They're doing a great job. This is either one of these games so far could have gone either way. It kind of sucks that we blew it in the first game, but sometimes it just happens.
Yeah, and you got to understand, Nick usually plays left wing. He plays up on the forward spot, and Legion's been mainly playing net this season. And now both of these guys are playing
Yeah, from what
defense
I'm
here.
understanding, Mox was supposed to show up today and didn't.
Okay. Well, that goes back to that trade. You know, when he traded Mox for Ozzy, I didn't agree with that move. I thought the forward line of Nick, Pale, and Ozzy were doing real well this season. You know, it's definitely not a team that Pale drafted. He made a big swaps. I like the team that Pale drafted. And I question why the moves were made, why the moves were done. Because I mean, I understand, the fire sale going out. I understand a team like Winter's Coming, bottom on there, number 12, or those guys at number 11, high expectations, or Yambak's team making, all those trades. But why did Pale make so much moves when they were up, they were ranked number 2 or number 3?
Yeah. So, yeah, it kind of sucks. I really wanted to talk with Giant, but, dedication to the waiver,
No, you do what you got to do, buddy.
Looks like we got overtime over here with the Simps and Washed on here. 2-2 game. Very tight game here in game number 2. Simps need to win here, or it's a lot of the bookies, a lot of the bets there in Endos may be eliminated tonight.
Much different game this time than the last time. Like I said, last time was like 46-0, and now we're tied 2-2 in overtime. So just very unindicative of what's going on in this game. Much different result here. Good on them.
Well, we're about to start game 3. I'll be back at the end of the game.
All right, good luck out there, guys.
Yep,
Everybody.
All right, Mikey, good luck, man. So there we have that, but yeah, Drug game here going on.
Drug Monkey in the chat. Effing Saints better step it up, man. I had the stats. I had the standing screens up briefly.
With the Saints, I mean, I put the magazine together. Now, some of the stuff, like the headlines on there, is fake news or it's just mocking people. I put about Dean Moore on there being on the injured reserve, but there was an internet issue with him, and they couldn't get on. As I speak, let me just hold on. Looks like Flo's team scored the overtime winner, so they tie up the series.
We're here, all 1-1. Square.
Big overtime goal. Who got a sniper?
Wow.
Sniper, the overtime hero, man. The sniper's the guy that's bringing us the stream as well, man.
With the backhand. Look at that, baby.
Breakaway. Was it breakaway or did he have a penalty shot?
It was a penalty shot. Penalty shot.
Wow. What a way to end it. What a way to end it for Sniper, man. Congrats to him. And here's a guy that second season in a row going for on the dollar menu like you, Johnny Blaze.
Yeah.
And he was dropped to the waivers and then picked up by Flo. So, Flo picked this guy up off the waivers. That was initially a dollar menu guy, and out here he's making the game winner in overtime.
Good to see those. I guess they call them the Cinderella stories. I mean, great to see that stuff. I mean, guy off the dollar menu, getting it done.
Absolutely, man. You can't go wrong with the dollar menu guy.
I have a special place in my heart for the dollar menu because I spend many seasons on there. It's great. I love it.
Yeah. Hey, listen, there's a lot of good players on that dollar menu, especially this season. Yeah, no, guys definitely stepped up in that dollar menu. So, game 3 starting off good here for Crosby as they get on the board early. And that's the captain again, Flaming Dragon. And come on, we haven't given this guy much credit on here, but this guy's, not only having a great season, he has a great night tonight, for all 3 games so far.
Marty McFly on the assist on that one.
That looked like it hit the post on that one.
That was a close one, I am.
Goalie interference.
See, as you hear Marine Mike in the background screaming in his headset. Love it.
Oh gosh. Oh man.
Now the meltdown comes, man.
Here we go.
This happens, man. When you lose the first 2 games, man. Game 3, sometimes the guys just give up.
Yep.
You lost the series, but you got to get these points. Every point counts here, and right now, Orange Sauce not looking good. Not looking good at all. And frustration comes in too, especially with the defense on there. You want to get the wins. You just came off a loss again. Both of the first 2 games were tight. Could have went either way, but
very tight.
It went towards the Crosby's way.
Especially, that first game, I was with 3-1 for Sauce, and then all of a sudden Crosby comes back, takes it 4-3. It was close, but yeah, Sauce come back Crosby comes back with unanswered goals to take that first game.
Now I'm upset because I was going to take Crosby tonight in the bet, but I got in there late, man. And boy, you already have the win tonight already.
Drug Monkey, if you're still in the chat, how are you doing tonight? How are you?
Did you just get a hat trick?
You cleaning up?
Just get a hat trick already in the first 5 minutes?
We got a 3-0 game already, so a bit more of a scoring matchup this time for this team. Curious to see how Drug Monkey does in Anderson's betting game here.
Wow, hat trick for the captain in period number 1, man. You can't ask anything more than that. But remember, game number 1, Orange Sauce had a 3-0 lead and ended up losing.
Yeah, and Sauce is good enough that they're talented. They could come back from that. This is not over by any means. It's early.
Polner's still out there. You got Sober up on there. You got Mr. Anderson. So they got a good forward squad there. Definitely to make that comeback.
Oh, absolutely.
The way the puck's going now, it seems just taking Crosby bounce all game here so far.
And that's going to happen. But
they're getting the power play here going. So if they're going to do anything, they got to do it right here, man. Big power play coming up.
Here right now.
Game 3 of Washed about to start up as well. That series is tied 1-1. So winner here takes the series.
Yeah, that was an interesting series. Like I said, he had
but Washed, whether they win or lose this game 3, they already have 3 points. They took the OT loss, and they won game 1, so they have 3 points. So I think this is much more important here for the Sims to try to win. And Wash could take 5 out of the 6. That's not bad. That's not bad for a night.
No, you want any points you can get with this tight of a. Like I said, for this tight of a top 8, you want any points you can get. You take 3 overtime losses.
They took 5 points last week against the Ice Frogs, and they could do the same here against the Sims.
All right, what do we got going here? So we still tied up 0-0 on that one. Crosby still up 3-0. Got a couple of good matches going on tonight.
Yeah, there was supposed to be one other series, but Kelch rescheduled the other series.
Yeah,
there was some talk in the chat that Kelch wanted some time to practice with his guys, practice with the squad. He did trade a lot of guys over, so I don't know how true that is.
He did mention that in the Twitch chat. He earlier tonight we were talking about the trades he made, and I guess I'll paraphrase. So earlier, Kelch had mentioned he wanted to. I'm gonna reiterate. So he said, let's be clear on one thing. There's no hard feelings from anyone in the trades. I love everyone, but the deal had to be done. Chem with Toxac and Adrenaline wasn't there. I made a deal for a guy I have confidence in with Ian. So Dom, it was hard to get the deal done. More consistency, blah, blah, blah. No buyer's remorse on my end. So he made the trades he had to make.
Okay. Okay.
And then so Drug Monkey I love it. Drug Monkey just goes, Kelchi, no one cares. just Drug Monkey was putting that fire out immediately. He wasn't messing around. And then Kelchi goes, after a little bit of back and forth between Kelch and Drug, Kelch goes, now I got a practice game to start up. So he's preparing. He's prepping. Kelch is getting ready.
Yeah, absolutely. Asol mentions in the chat the leaderboard tracker there, which we're also going to put like scores and stuff on there. If we could slow down, yes,
okay,
we could slow down the frames on there. That's definitely I said it manually on here, but if you guys want me to slow it down, have it up there a little bit longer, like a second or two longer, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I'll have that modified. I'm going to be modifying anyway after tonight because there will be scores updates, and I'll update the leaderboards on here, so which will have us the everything up to date going for the next night.
Just for the record, so Kelchi just
scored.
Kelchi just for the record, Caberlet uses reschedule, not Kelch. Kelch was ready to go tonight. I fully believe it. I'm down with that. I'm just saying, it's all good, man. It's all good. But so Kelch, being the smart captain he is, he's going to take this time and he's going to practice with his boys. He's got a very, very
absolutely.
So he's a smart captain. I have faith in Kelch. Yeah, mad respect. He's going to take this time and use it wisely, and he's going to practice. So good on him.
Yeah. And sometimes it's good because then you got the games at hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get to see these games played out. And then I think he plays like 3 series next week. So, and yeah, sometimes time off, but sometimes long time off is not good either. We just had the Thanksgiving big break, and now we're skipping another series. So sometimes you get a little bit cold, man.
What was last series? Was what, Tuesday night, wasn't it? Or was it Wednesday? Yeah, Tuesday.
So it's been almost a week. Yeah,
it was a whole week without games. Jeez.
Especially if you reschedule tonight's series. I don't know when his next series is.
We don't know when the reschedule is. Okay, I heard it was like sometime next week.
Yeah, but I'm saying his next series this week. I forget when he plays, but
I know there's some games tomorrow. I can check real quick on my computer here. My computer.
Yeah, I think it's a triple. 3 games tomorrow.
Triple? All right, sounds good to me. Yes, tomorrow night we have Niagara Ice Frogs at Daly's Wet Noodles. We have Boondock Saints versus Cobra Kai Puckers, and then we have Orange Sus versus Winter's Coming.
Okay.
So as far as Sus goes, I mean, this series hasn't gone their way. They're down 2-0. Whatever happens, if they're going to want to pick up whatever points they can get, 1 or 2, whatever. So I'm not talking smack on Winter's Coming. But I guess they're one of those lords. So this is the series you need to win. You need to sweep. You want to take advantage of the fact that it's a lower, ranked team, and you want to take advantage of that.
Well, right now they're trying to look just to get a goal here, man. It's 3-0 in that game. Forget about getting a point, Johnny. They got to get a goal here. They got to get a couple goals. In the other series, though, first period is about to narrow down 2-0 Wash. Gala on their big goal there to put the Wash team up 2-0.
All right, so they're up 2-0 here. We're in the second period of the Sus Crosby series now. We got something might be happening here. What's going on now?
Oh, somebody scored.
And it is Anderson.
They needed that, man. They needed that big goal there by Anderson, who's playing forward tonight on here. They're going to need more points from him in this game.
That's exactly what they needed right now.
With the assist, and I don't know who got the second. Was that the goaltender, maybe? No, that was Legion. Legion got the second assist.
Pale and Legion on the assist there. So they're not going down without a fight.
There's still plenty of hockey there going on. Just halfway in the second, and the other game's just starting in the for the second period. So plenty of hockey still going on. Both games are 2-goal games here. But we've seen last couple of games, though, Johnny. We've seen scores change, leads change. Whether it was 2-goal games, 3-goal games, go the other way.
And we got a little bit of a kerfuffle in the chat between Kelchi and Drug Monkey, getting it done here. So we got action on the screen, we got action in the chat, we got action everywhere. I'm sure there's action in my backyard.
You gotta love it, man. You gotta love it.
And odd guy chiming in, I suck. All right, it's all right. Yeah, whatever happens. Oh shit, Kelchi, he's a fighter. He's a scrappy guy.
Yeah, definitely, man.
All right, so we got, like I said, we got 3 games tomorrow night.
Oh, he plays. Couch doesn't play till Thursday. So his last series was last Tuesday or last Monday.
Yes, so he's up.
So,
yeah, Kelchi's up on Thursday.
That's what I mean.
Versus
that
the
takes
Ice
a lot of time, and they play the Ice Frogs, man.
Okay.
Who's looking to bounce back after last week? I don't know, Kelch. That's gonna be a tough series right there.
So and the good thing, he'll have some time.
I forget who Drug took in that on the Drug's lock of the week, man.
And they'll have plenty of time to prepare. I mean, he got a couple more. He gets tonight, a couple more nights, so plenty of time.
Oh, Drug's taking the Ice Frog, so we'll see.
Hey, I'm with you, Kelch, on that. I'm the same way. Kelch mentioned, I mentioned he was scrappy because Drug Monkey called him out and stuff, and he's like, I gotta be scrappy. I'm not a very skillful guy. Gotta work to get it done. I'm the same way. I'm a grinder. That's why they pay me the league minimum. 1 bag of all right, I'm not a fancy guy. I'm not gonna go with that left bumper QC crap. I'm gonna get some stupid goal that like, why did that go in? And that's how we get it done. We just get it done. We're not skillful.
The Simps not going out here without a fight. 2-1 in that one goal game. Cutting the lead down. While the Crosby team still holding that 2-goal lead with just about a minute to go in the second period here. Time winding down. An icing call, so big face-off in the offensive zone for Orange Sauce.
Yeah, they'll want to get one here.
Come out with anything here.
Great time to get a goal right here. All right, we got the other game.
Yeah, with this Sauce team, man, I don't think there's been any week or any series where they've used the same type of lineup. Whether it's they brought guys in from trades or whether they moved guys around playing different positions. I don't think they've played a set where they use the same lineup as the night before. So and that does sometimes hurt. And sometimes because players play out of position.
Sure, absolutely.
So we're playing right wing instead of left here now. Ando's playing up front. So it's Nick on defense. That's definitely different. And then but then you also you can't predict whether a guy's not going to be there or can't make it, something comes up. So it does happen.
Lots and lots of variables, lots of unpredictability. You never know what's going to happen.
That's why I liked Pale's initial drafted team, man. And like tonight, where he's got Mike and Net on there, he could have. He initially had Sir Puffington and he had Legion. He had 2 goaltenders on that team, but a lot of trades, a lot of moves around, and it seems that now that defense is a question on this team because he's trying all sorts of things on that defensive side. That's where it's really been a change or swap. I like their initial draft. They had Eagle and they had Anderson playing defense. And I thought that was a great squad. I thought that was a great duo there. But I guess Pale either didn't like it or didn't saw something or possibly thought a trade was going to be better or improve his team.
Well, I guess it's the tough decision of the captain. You gotta figure out what you want to do, right? You want to wait this out, or you want to make a move now and you stop the bleeding. So good on Pale. I mean, he's a good captain. He knows that he's.
They're gonna need a big bandage soon, Johnny.
Yeah, with Crosby leading. So right now, as you guys can see, Crosby leading the series 2-0. Simpson washed here. Series tied 1.
This is a battle here, man.
It's been a good night of hockey.
Last minute to go, 2-1 game. This watch series, Line facing a whole bunch of shots, man. I got to see the stats at the end of this series, but yeah. I've seen a lot of good quality shots from like the point taken on there. I mean, he's seen from all sorts of angles, so I feel it for Line, man. I mean, he's busting his ass out there, man, trying to get this win, get the W.
Hard on the goalies when you're taking that many shots.
But every time I look at that stream, John, I see it. They're in the defensive zone, Yeah. So I gotta see what the hell. What's the stat? What's the shot? on there.
Let's see if they'll put it. I'm gonna.
That's all right. I think they press this. All right. We'll get it.
We'll come back to that. Well, let's take a look at it when we get a chance.
But they've definitely had a lot more time attack than and that's surprising because the Sims team has great offense, man. They have. I mean, you look at their stats. Their goals for right now, they're number 1, 88 goals for, the best in the league out of any team. But not proving tonight though.
I guess after the games here, we'll take a look at some of the standings and see, try to figure out where everybody stands as of the end of tonight. Going into tomorrow, we got what do we got tomorrow? Another 3 series tomorrow.
Yeah. And this Wash team generally has good time of attack in older series. Just sometimes not getting the goals.
Yeah,
but tonight
you picked it up, so I tried following you. I lost the fucking puck.
There's Mike cursing a blue streak.
Oh gosh,
love it.
I wish we could hear Legion in that.
Yes, but no. I would love to hear Legion, but I don't want my Twitch account banned for bad naughty words.
And I wonder how that party is, man. You got Nick the Greek, you got Legion in there, you got Marine Mike. Oh man, Pale Polner's probably pulling his hair out.
Yeah. You feel because this night hasn't gone their way so far. I mean, this game is far from over. But
I think that first game really hurt, man.
Yeah,
because when you lose a game like that, that takes it. I mean, you're like, damn, we just gave up a 3-0, lead here. If that was like game 3 or game 2, maybe this series could have been different. But I really didn't think they were going to take that game 1. I thought, we're going to have like a blowout going on, but not the case. Speaking about big leads, Wash expand their lead, and both games right now 3-1.
3-1.
So both, yeah.
Have at it, boys. 3-1. So it's a nice lead, but you don't want to get too complacent. You want to still play some solid defense back there and not get too
right now. Sauce is to make a move, man. There's not much time on there. Sims still have plenty of time here, but this Crosby series I think is over, Johnny.
It's 4-1.
Boys.
I mean,
Flaming Dragon, I think, put the nail in the coffin. Is that number 4? Damn, 4. So just in this game, the captain getting all 4 goals for his team.
Just an amazing performance by Flaming Dragon tonight in general, not just this game, but tonight.
Yeah, he definitely had multiple goals the first and second game, and then tacks on 4 here in 3. That's got to get a top star of the night for sure.
Yeah, I absolutely, definitely deserves some recognition for his performance tonight. Marty McFly getting a bulk of those assists.
Yeah. No, that defense been playing great, man. That defense, like I said, besides the early game 1 that they gave up those 3 early goals, outside of that, once they got things going, that defense definitely stepped up.
And for Sus, Pale Poners, he's doing whatever he can. He's really fighting tooth and nail to keep the team in it.
We definitely got a battle on the other one. Looks like that was Croydon Knight getting the goal there. With still plenty of time. They got about 7-8 minutes almost in that one. It's a 3-2 game.
So with the Crosby game, that's just about done here.
Then we could soon switch to the featured onto the Sims here, Johnny.
Yeah.
It's a wrap, man.
That's a wrap.
So the drug one could say, pack it up, man. Like the Greek probably on like his 8th scotch at this point.
Scotch sounds delicious right about now, my man.
Oh, man.
Although I'm more of a whiskey guy, but
so a clean sweep there for Crosby, and that's big 6 points for them.
That's huge.
Now, definitely, we take a look at the standings, Johnny. That's definitely going to push them up there, man. I mean, right now, before this series, they were already, as far as point wise, already at 24. So with this win here, that puts them at 30.
Yeah.
That brings them from number 8 to almost number 3.
Just insane. I mean,
although Washed could move up a lot too, because they already have 3 points, and if they win this game,
let's take a look.
they'll take 5 points, so they'll be over them by 1. So it depends here. Crosby could in 3rd place finish tonight, or they could go to 4 if Washed ends up winning this game.
What's up, guys? I'm back.
Marine Mike, you don't sound like yourself, man.
You don't sound too happy.
No, it was a tough series. It was basically quiet all night after the first game. We gave up a 3-0 lead. After that first breakaway, I think for Flaming it was Flaming Dragon. It was just a waterworks from there, and it was just hard to get a beat on anything, and it just kind of trickled into the other 2 games. And it was, I heard what you guys saying. It was actually really quiet in the room. Yeah, that first game just kind of killed the atmosphere.
Yeah, which I expect, man. I would have expected. I mean, that does take it out of you, man.
It really does. Nothing is worse. I mean, like I said, I've been around long enough to know you got that quiet locker room, you got that quiet team. It's not going good. People aren't talking. Yeah. There's no communication. There's beef.
Especially when I'm not talking and hyping up the room, there's something wrong.
And it's unfortunate. I mean, with that first game was a real turning point for the Sus Crosby game. I mean, coming back like that really took the win out of the sails for Sus.
Power play here for the Simps here with about 30 seconds to go in that game. Let's see if they're able to tie this up here on the power play.
Yeah,
sometimes a PK is good at this point because we got the lead. All we got to do is dump it. There's no icings being called at this point, and you could really kill the time.
Exactly. Sometimes like a good PK. I mean, if you trust your PK strong enough, yeah.
Oh goodness!
Use that, but right here, it kind of bit him right here.
It just tied it up. I think that's Croydon.
Wow.
Croydon getting another goal here. The second goal of the game, assisted by Flo, none other. Who else, man? Not the points leader, the goals leader. I think he's like top 3 in assists. So, I mean, wow.
So is this going to be another overtime game?
We got a couple overtime games.
Mm-hmm. And what this also adds here, regardless if Washed wins this game or not, they already got 4 points here tonight.
So, not to take anything away from Pale's team, he has a solid group of guys. He has made a lot of trades in the last 2 weeks, so it's kind of hard for them to probably get their mojo once they had it. What they used to had in the first couple weeks of the season. So, but ever since they traded, I think it was Mox. He traded Ozzy for Mox. He has been on an 0-6 record.
Yeah, Mox wasn't even there. Yeah.
Hey, Mike, great series over there in net, buddy.
What's that?
The great series over there in net, buddy.
Yeah, good series. Give me 1 second. Guys, a little quiet. I need to switch you back to my headset.
And again, all goals in that last game, man, huh?
Yeah.
Before
we woke up, turned it on, came back.
So what happened, man? When you guys were down 3-0, what's going on in that party, man?
And we just kept telling each other, just keep fucking playing our game and just keep going and keep pressuring them. And we got to Mike and he was sliding all over the place. No fault to him. I mean, not much he can do back there when they gave up a couple breakaways. Yeah. And we just put it where it needed to go.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was shutting you down, and then when you guys got that first, it was you that got the first breakaway, correct?
Yeah, I got you on the back.
Yeah, you every time I played against you, you always tucked it on my far side on me, every single time. So I was like, I know what you're going to do. I figured you're going to be a dick and pulled off on me, says it's being recorded on in the crease, and you burned me on it. You're a dick. But no, after that, it got really tough. You guys made a lot of great cross crease passes. That one extra pass that got me moving to get me to where I'm no longer in the play. So, I mean, you guys did a great job on that.
Hey, you're filling in for them, helping them out, coming off the waiver. So
we had a couple unfortunate bounces though. Like we had like that power, that D to D. We had it was Pale that tipped it in on me.
Y'all got that lucky one in the second game. My man B Crip should have had a shutty that game.
Yeah, and then you had that one where you guys, someone ran into me. It was like you and I think someone else, but just because we put it onto our own net.
Yep, they gave me the goal. Yep.
Yeah, there was no goalie interference call, which should have been.
Yeah.
It's the way it goes.
It was a good series. I figured this was going to be our toughest series in the last couple of weeks, playing against Pale and everybody. They know how I play. They know how most of us play. I figured this would be one of the toughest series of the season, playing against you guys.
Absolutely.
And I don't know. I mean, I made these trades. I got Dom. This was Dom's first game with the team. He ran a great game at center. Told us where he wanted us, and we just followed directions. Let our center run the game, and had Marty back on D telling us where he wanted us to go, and we listened to them.
That's not a bad
decision. Put it where we needed it to be. And
look at Dom's record. Look at his record. Look at his achievements in 239 just in general. Multi cup winner. And most of those is him captaining the team, I believe. I could be wrong, but I believe he has a couple just alone as a captain, and also as a player. So he knows what he's doing. He's been around the league. He knows what works. He knows what doesn't work. He knows how to run an offense.
Mike, Yin in the chat would like to know, how are you trying to come into the zone?
What's that?
We got a question in the chat. How are you trying to come into the zone and the party? That is.
What is he talking about?
I think he's trying to get in your head, man.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I could be butchering it too. I can't. It's probably on me because I suck. I'm a dog.
Did Sniper just get an overtime winner here? Yeah,
we just did,
Sniper.
Guys.
Their OT winner. Come from behind here for the Simps. I didn't think that was going to happen, but it does.
Two big come from behind wins tonight.
All right. Because Johnny's kind of slow.
Just a bit. So good on them. Good win there.
Oh, but I like the trades you guys made, man. I like the moves that was done. I mean, the team that you drafted compared to the team that you got now, do you like the moves in place that took place with the trades, or what?
For me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to get rid of Ian. Ian was playing fantastic hockey. He was playing fantastic for us. And me and Marty and Cripps were talking after the games one night, and Kelch threw out an offer, and Cripps being the stud in net, and I was just like, what do you guys feel? Y'all feel this trade? What do we want to make a move, or do we want to stand where we are? We're in a good position to make a playoff spot. So do we sit where we are, or do we, potentially add another dynamic guy up front? I already made that move for Anthrax. He wasn't having a great season. He needed a fresh start. I got him on the team, and he's played fantastic since he came here. And adding Dom just added a whole nother aspect. I haven't even played with Adrenaline yet. I think he's talked like twice in our chat. He's been busy, but I heard good things. So as long as
we have
I liked a lot of the moves you made, man, with the trades. They're definitely Anthrax. Always generally has a great season. I mean, this season the team that started off was not that great, but he's definitely a tremendous player. Marty McFly playing on defense, I think surprising a lot of guys here that probably didn't think he was going to play so well, but he is. Same thing with Yin. Yin generally goaltenders playing defense there for you guys. But that Dom Silva pickup was great, man. That's a big pickup with
that's a
Anthrax.
huge pickup.
Yeah, I mean, I picked up Yin. I messed up my draft and was trying to get my boy Phoenix on the team, and I forgot to hit the space button when I drafted.
Oh, jeez.
And so I saw Yin was still sitting there on the board, and he had left D, so I needed a D guy, and I played with him. He was my goalie at the second half of last season. So,
hey, Dragon, who played tonight? Was it Adrenaline or Dom?
It was Dom.
Dom, okay.
Now, we were also talking on the show. I mean, first-time captain. I mean, you mentioned about the draft there, about the typing the name and stuff. But outside of that, I mean, you've done great as a captain here.
Absolutely.
I think so far with this team, because a lot of guys struggle first time as captains. I mean, you could ask B. Cripps himself, but there's a lot of guys that do struggle as first time as captain, or captain is not for them. You know.
Yeah. Everybody. With spending a lot of odds on Levins. I played with Levins for years, and I backed my play on that wholeheartedly because I played with him for a few years in another league, and the dude's a stud at center. So everybody was questioning why I spent the bods on him. Is he going to be worth the bods? And he's up there with the top centers in this league, and it didn't mesh. So I made a move to figure out something to give us a boost, and then we got Ian in return, and he played solid. And, I mean, like I said, I got offered Dom, and I reached out to Marty and was like, what do you know about Dom? I've never played with him. And he said, you can't pass on a guy like Dom. So I made the move, and this was our first night playing together, and it worked.
I think he was one of the top part-timers on the draft sheet. He went for very low too when Couch picked him up. But I mean, he's a guy that's been in the league, and the guy could play multiple positions for you. So it's great to have a guy like that, because like tonight for Pale, he was missing a guy. At a defensive spot, he had to move things around. He had to put Legion at D. Mike had to be called up in that on here. Whereas if you have Dom could play all 6 positions pretty equally well too. He's like an Ando out there.
The jack of all trades, and you got to have some of those guys. Good to have them around. So the chat,
that's why I picked up Johnny B.
That's why you picked up me for a box of French fries. Yeah, absolutely phenomenal performance out there. You had 4 goals that last game, and you had several more in the other 2 games. So definitely a great series for not just the team but yourself. I mean, individually, statistically, you played great. We do have 1, 2, 3 members of, I guess if you count me, 4 of the Crosby Nails from Malkin squad in the chat right now, in the Discord chat. So it's good.
So just looking at the standings right now.
Let's take a look at that real quick.
So you guys are currently in 8th place with 24 points. With your 6 points that you picked up today, that now puts you at 30 points. That will put you into 3rd place. So that's how close this is. Like a lot of people don't understand. Like sometimes you see the top, there's always a blowout between the top 3 teams, and then the bottom 4 teams has a grouping of their own. No, it's not like that this season. As you can see here, everyone has a chance to be that 1st seed still, and we still have 2 more weeks of games, right?
Just about.
So this whole entire Cobra Kai could end up going from 1st to 8th in no time.
It's possible.
It's gonna be a close run.
It's going close. So with the standings the way it is right now, Freeman, you're going in at the 3rd seed. Who would you like to see 1st round?
Ooh, that's tough.
So you would have Cobra Kai or the Simps.
I would actually love a rematch versus the Simps. We played them very well.
Nah. You don't want that rematch.
We made a bunch of trades.
Dangle's in the house.
and we played them very well, considering none of us had even played together going into the games. We didn't even get a warm-up game in going in, and it was, a 1-1-1, or 1-0-1 going into the third game, and we pulled out a win.
Yeah, but I don't see you guys playing like the top tier teams on here, especially with the schedule you guys have. I mean, you still got
we've got Shotgun, we've got Swizz.
Winter's coming. You got Swizz team, but two teams that are not in the playoff spot right now. So yeah, I think the toughest series right now on the schedule is the Boondock Saints, but they've been struggling lately too. They've lost a lot. The Moore hasn't been there for a couple of years,
Shotgun,
but
what do you expect at the end of the season?
So actually, looking at it right
at the end
now,
of the season.
with the Simps picking up 2 wins tonight, that puts them at 35 points, which puts them 1 point behind Cobra Kai.
Yes.
Yeah. It's definitely going to be a tight race. I mean, it's not like some of the prior seasons you've seen a team like really dominate, like would have had like 40 or 50 points right now, but not the case this season. It's all right there. It's all grouped up in a bunch. There's like 3 or 4 or 5 teams at like 26, 28. So these things could change really around. So I wouldn't be surprised on that. But a lot of hockey still left to play here this season.
Plenty.
This week, plus the following week.
Mashotpa in the chat mentioning, yes, Washed is at 30 points now too. So that's tight race too. Now with thank you for that, Mush. And also
they took 4 tonight because of the 2 overtime losses. Yeah.
Also to know, with Orange Sauce, it's frustrating night for them, and you gotta feel for them losing that, especially that first game like that. But they can take, and I hate picking on the bottom teams, but their next game is against Winners Coming. So if you're on the Sus team, you got to expect you're probably gonna win that series. That could if they sweep. That puts them right back up there.
I don't know if that's gonna be an easy series, Johnny. Man, they lost to Yambag's team, and they just lost tonight, man. So
yeah, I mean,
Polner, man. Like I said, too many trades sometimes not good, man.
He didn't make that many trades. He only moved a couple people.
No, you can't say that. I mean,
but he brought in solid guys. He brought in Sober. It's not like he didn't get.
Yeah, but it's also where he's playing them. You know what I mean? Sober is generally a left winger. He's playing on the right wing. Tonight we saw Anderson play up forward, where generally all season he's been playing defense. So, So I think that the players that he got in the trades were not bad players, but just I don't think it mixes well on that team.
Messing them up a little bit.
Yeah, so and especially when he's going with a different lineup each night, there hasn't been, so that changes things. So
yeah, I mean, I had my worries going into that trade with, I knew what I was getting with Dom, and like I said, I have no clue anything about Adrenaline. I've never played with them, never anything. I'm just going off what people say, and
right.
I was kind of weary on doing the whole, one center one night, next center, the next night. I was iffy on it. I didn't know if I wanted to do that. I don't want to. We were playing good, and that was the only thing holding me back from trading Ian for that trade was I didn't know if I wanted to do the part-time deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think that could be a reason why Kelch made the trade too. He had a 10-man roster, and he really narrowed this down now. Sometimes it's not a good thing, and that's the thing that comes up with the Sims. Sims have a huge roster too. Some nights they could have a squad out there, some nights they can't, so
right.
As a captain for me, I hate that, because I hate telling you're sitting out, this guy's playing. Just
exactly. And then we almost ran into an issue because Dom was like, they might schedule me in my LG, and then Adrenaline was like, well, I might not be available Monday, and then I was like, oh fuck, who am I going to play at center?
I couldn't deal with that.
Neither one of them might be available.
I couldn't deal with that. God bless you, captains.
That was exactly what I was worried about. Was like, man, what if both guys are unavailable for one night, and then next thing you know, you're stuck with, somebody who doesn't play center playing center, or when you have a guy like Ian who's only center, and he's playing full time, it makes it a lot easier to
absolutely
manage the team.
So.
Well, you always got the ever reliable dollar menu Johnny Blaze out here.
Let's talk a little bit about
McDouble over
Couch's
here.
team here. So he was supposed to play yesterday, correct?
Yeah.
Tonight.
No, they were supposed to play tonight versus Cabernet.
Right. Yeah. So, was there like a delay in the flights going from the teams, like because he had some trades, right?
There might have been work visa problems.
Okay.
They didn't have trades. I mean, some guys when they make the moves with the trades,
Canadians work in
maybe they wanna
America,
take the
Americans
extra
work in
time.
Canada.
So now, Coach has been struggling, towards the end of last week. He was struggling with his games. He couldn't get anything going on. With him sitting at 25 points. Is he going to be an instant classic, or is it going to be a failed reboot with high expectations, or Daily at Noodles, who's only just 7 points, 8 points behind them, maybe get a chance to sneak in there at the 8th seed? What do you guys think?
I mean, I'd say it's possible just because, tonight,
it's possible.
I said, we made our trades and I didn't know how tonight was going to go. We haven't gotten any practices in. We haven't gotten anything. And, I was expecting it to be like the first game. I figured the whole series would be like that. I figured it'd be,
But what do you think is going to happen? What do you think will happen with Kelch's team? Instant classic or a failed reboot?
He traded the 2 for 1, so it's not like, it's not like it's going to hurt him, I don't think. And Ian and him play a lot outside of it, so they already have the chemistry together. So
Okay.
I don't know.
#chem.
If it's necessarily going to hurt him, but at the same time, I've played on a lot of leagues and I've played with a lot of friends on the same team. Playing with your friends is not always the best to play in a league.
What about you, Blaze? What do you think? Instant classic or a failed reboot?
Nah, I think they'll be fine. I'm not. They'll be fine. They'll pick it up towards the end of the year here. I have faith.
Mr. Hollywood, what about you?
Listen, if there's one team that might drop out and is not going to make the playoffs on here, it's going to be the Classic Hits, man.
So we're going to get a failed reboot on the Classic Hits. Okay, you heard it here.
Although Sauce hasn't been playing great either, so I think one of those two teams it could possibly drop out. I mean, it's tough. It's 8 teams make it here. Expectations is right there, and Daly's Noodles are right there. So a big series win for either of those guys. Yeah, they could definitely catch up, especially that both Sauce got swept tonight, and Johnny Clinks didn't play tonight. But
all right, boys, Kelchi's going to put some money on that. He wants you to put your money where your mouth is. Kelchi mentions in the chat, you want to put your money on it like we don't miss the playoffs? All right, I like it.
I haven't been paying attention to the chat. I got to see what's going on.
Kelchi, he's got the confidence. He's going to do it, man. He knows it. He feels it. He wants to say, you want to put the money where the mouth is. Mouth where the, you know what I mean?
Hey, man, I got to say this. Last time Kelch came on here and did a lot of talking, we didn't see a lot on the ice, man. They got swept that night, so... Kelchi, I don't know, man. Like the team you drafted, but I don't know. I don't like the team he's got now, but we'll see. I mean, he said he might have chemistry. We'll see. All right, Johnny, man. That's about wraps things up here tonight, man.
Sounds like it. Anybody have any last minute thoughts? Any last thoughts before we go? And
tomorrow, three big series tomorrow. It's like a 3-1-1, man. So if all streams are on there, it'll be great. And for tomorrow night,
same thing. Yeah, so we got 3 series tomorrow. Niagara Ice Frogs versus Daly's Wet Noodles. We have Boondock Saints at Cobra Kai Puckers and Orange Sus versus Winners Coming. Very important series for Orange Sus to kind of come back.
Yeah. So who's streaming for the Ice Frogs? Because whoever it is, remember. Put your scoreboard up.
Oh, was that Gynaman last time?
It's Gynaman.
Gynaman, I know you're watching the stream. I know you're watching.
Figo is going to be streaming as well on the Noodles. So
Figo for the Noodles? Okay, that's good. Maybe we can have some Figo commentary. I could put the volume up and be like,
oh, dear God. Are you sure you want that? Actually, no,
Boondock
it's because he's not with Rick.
Saints.
He's
So
not with
Boondock
Rick,
Saints
so
is probably
it's
going to be Drug Monkey streaming, right?
Yeah, definitely. Well, so does Odd Guy. So
Odd
one
Guy.
of those
Okay, so
two.
either. Oh yeah, that's right. Odd
Yeah,
Guy
so-
for Cobra Kai.
Sauce will be Pale. So yeah, we'll have all three. All three should be streamed.
All right, it should be a good show tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll get some close games. Right, we'll get some. It was nice having everybody. We had a great night. I mean, we had the legendary, the one and only Giant 918 stopping in for the first quarter of the show.
And I had to fill in for a waiver. I missed all the fun. I wanted to ask if we're going to be able to get any videos from some commercials or even a one-season return. Like,
I don't know.
Hey, like
we got to get him back on the show again. We got to get him back on the show again.
It's possible, man. It's possible, especially for like the playoffs, championship. You know,
right.
Yeah,
I would
definitely.
love it. Oh yeah, definitely for the playoffs.
We need Hugh Laurie on this show. I'd love to have him on the show. That'd be fun. He's
Oh
a good guy.
gosh. Hugh Laurie used to have
Hugh
also.
Laurie.
They used to do the Friday Night Elitist.
Oh, I love that
Jay
show.
Yeah, the Friday Night
Jay-
Elitist.
Jay Canuck or something like that.
Jay Canuck. I remember that
Yeah.
guy.
That was a great show, man.
We need-
that was when the radio. Then we had the radio with the podcast, man.
Oh, the radio show. Yeah, that was. You had to call in. Remember that?
Yep.
Caller, who was this caller?
Caller, who
I
this?
I actually helped because after a while, Yeti took over on that show, and then I got on part of that.
Yeah.
Good times.
All right, Johnny, man.
Hey, guys.
Great as always, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Putting the stream together on here. I'll update everything, the stats, the leaderboards. I'll maybe add the scores from tonight on there.
Cool.
So it's gonna look nice and
Oh yeah,
beautiful
definitely
tomorrow.
great work, Flanny, yet again.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely great work.
Like,
Flanny.
like I said, the community speaks. We're giving them what they want. We're
Yeah.
trying our best. I hope just keep them coming, guys. We'll do what
And
we
I'll
can.
slow it down a bit. I know Ace Soul mentioned in the
Great
chat.
suggestion.
If I could,
I'm down.
freeze
with
it
that.
up a
That was
bit
good.
longer. I could do that. I'll change
I think
the
it
frame
kind of
rate.
goes up gradually or something. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
fine.
if anybody's on wants to play something, COD, I don't know, whatever. We could play Thumbtacks, Upper Ass. I don't know. Whatever we want to play.
Hey,
Send me an invite.
Let's get sussy. Who
Let's
wants to get sussy?
You want to play Among Us? I'll play Among Us.
Yeah, let's play Among Us.
All right.
Plan. You need Hollywood. You need to get Among Us. You gotta come play.
We'll run Among Us.
Yeah.
All righty. Hey, have a good one, guys. Well, I'll be on Among Us in a second here. Peace.